Today's video is just going to be about the basic navigation of the main menu buttons here. As you can see in this MoveON system, it says MoveOn on the top left-hand corner. It's a non-live system, so you're going to be seeing the names, universities here, but it's not actual data. As we can see here, we're logged in. This is where you'd see your name if you're logged in, and right here is going to be the name of your university. So we can see on the left-hand side, we've got our navigation of different main menus, and the right-hand side in this white content area is where the content will be displayed as per where it comes from on the left. So the first thing we want to get you familiar with is upon clicking on one of these buttons, we'll discover that there is a series of sub-navigations beneath the main navigation. So if I go from home, sometimes it's only one button, one sub-navigation underneath the main navigation button, as is here. Other times there's two sub-navigations, of which have two further, or here in this case, four further sub-navigations which have been hidden. And in other cases, there's quite a lot more. Here there's 5, and then within each of these, there's many more buttons to discover and learn about here. As we click through these buttons here, and if we then open up one of them, for example, this one stays, we're going to get populated on the right-hand side a data column pertaining to stays. So it's going to load, it's going to be a series of columns and rows pertaining to stays. We're going to see stays up here in the tab header, and that's going to come from this button over here called stays. So even if I go back to the dashboard, I'm going to flip over to the dashboard here. My menu, my tab here, is going to maintain called stays, even though I no longer find it on the left-hand navigation. One of the most difficult things for new users is to remember when they have a content tab on the right-hand side, where did it come from over on the left? Was it under home? Was it under higher education directory? In this case, it was under the main menu button of stays. There it is. If I click here on stays again, it is that same menu that I have open. If I click on the next one down called stay wishes, I will get another tab that's going to open with the content related to stay wishes. If I click on persons, likewise, as you can see, each menu button that's open up on the left is going to open up with content on the right. That content is going to have the name of the content in the name of the tab. It's also going to appear here on the left, and then I can navigate through these tabs as I wish, which is going to reflect where they came from over here. Simply by closing out the tab over here, it will close down, and to reopen it, I would have to reopen it from back over here. So I can close out all the tabs, and that is a basic of opening and closing tabs related to the main menu buttons. As you click through all of them here, some of your system, the MoveON system that you use, you might not have all of these same buttons, so it depends on what version, not version, but which license that you have of MoveON, a professional package or an IRM package or a mobility package only, that some of these buttons might not be present in your system, so do be aware of that.